Well, R2 has been...
known as Wire Jones.
Did I say anything?
He's trying.
I didn't say anything.
Some people would call this grumpy little droid an important side character in the Star Wars universe. I would call him the actual hero of it all. R2-D2 is one of the most iconic characters ever to be created, not just in Star Wars, but in the world of cinema as a whole. His legendary banter, mostly expressed with his lifelong friend 3PO, is some of the highlights of the ever-growing story that Star Wars has developed into. The amount of times this bucket of wheels has saved our precious Jedi, princesses, bounty hunters, and other important characters is impossible to count. R2 is absolutely underrated in that aspect. Everyone loves him, but a great part of the fanbase just assumes the droid for a great sidekick. I would make the case that he actually is one of the most vital characters in the whole saga, something the renowned George Lucas actually has mentioned a couple of times. This is R2-D2, the actual hero of Star Wars.
Secret mission? What plans? What are you talking about?
One of the decisive decisions George made when writing Star Wars A New Hope was to make the MacGuffin of the story a unique character. The Death Star plans are within R2 for most of the film. They could have just had the plans as a piece of paper, but by establishing R2, both the story and the character felt genuine, honest, and of course important. His iconic beeps and boops resonated with the audience perfectly. His quick comebacks and grouchy temperament made him funny even if we didn't understand a single word of what he was saying. 3PO's personality probably just enhanced this, as the legendary duo played off each other amazingly. Even if you didn't understand R2, 3PO was always there reacting to whatever mean thing that came out of the small astromech, and therefore you got a feeling of what R2 actually was expressing. He was extremely funny, but A New Hope also illustrated that he had a heart of gold, and was willing to do whatever it took to the person that treated him with respect. The only con he really had was that the small droid easily tipped over.
Had the protocol droid's mind wiped.
What? Oh no.
A memory wipe is a droid's worst nightmare, but with R2, it has never happened. It's hard to believe, really, that R2 has been through it all. He has seen everything, all the important moments in the galaxy from beginning to end, the whole story. That's what makes him a fundamental piece of the journey. Not just that he had witnessed it all, but without him it probably would have turned out quite different. He saves everyone. That's what R2 was meant to do. From fixing the ship back in episode 1 to getting our heroes out of a trap around 40 years later. What I love is that R2 doesn't really seem to care. He just does it and moves on. The glory and fame that comes with being a hero isn't the reason for his iconic rescue missions, rather that he simply just wants his friends to stay alive. So much heart in a droid or any person isn't easy to find, and I think the audience, even if you aren't a huge fan, should recognize R2 for being this unsung hero just as they recognize his phenomenal personality. Yes, he is a sidekick from the beginning, but a damn important one, a life-saving one if we are speaking the truth.
You risked the mission, all your men, even your Padawan, to save a droid.
R2 is more than a droid. He's a friend.
The theory that Star Wars is told through R2's perspective makes a lot of sense, and I may be a bit biased here, but I would love if it's true. Like I said earlier, this amazing droid has seen it all. He has met everyone. He's the observer that not many understand, but with a memory that will probably live on forever. R2 is constantly great in every medium he has ever been a part of. Clone Wars, the movies, Rebels, The Mandalorian, and everything. The only negative comment I have ever heard about his character is that it doesn't really evolve. It's true in a way. We have always just seen the same R2, but this character constantly takes on new challenges together with all kinds of people. We judge him of his importance in the story and his iconic nature rather than his inner growth, because he has pretty much always been a hero. Some protagonists are meant to just witness and remember what has happened, and I have no problem with experiencing the same amazing R2-D2 over and over again. The most romantic and fanboy way of ending the whole Star Wars saga would absolutely be if R2 somehow, after millions of years, finds his way to Earth and a young George Lucas. I heard this concept from a YouTuber called Thor Skywalker, and yes, it sounds silly, but Star Wars has always been silly, and this ending would somehow fit quite perfectly in my opinion. The droid that has seen it all, telling this amazing and mind-blowing story to George about what happened in a galaxy far, far away. But then again, it's just a theory.
I thought that hairy beast would be the end of me. Of course I'd look better.
The inner core of R2 is a loving, kindly being.
He's my man.
He's the hero of the whole thing. He's the one that always comes through and saves everybody. And I'd like to have a pal like that would come and save me once in a while.